Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Sol Nieves here, your Central Texas realtor. I cover Fort Hood, Austin, and Hawaii if you guys are interested. For this week, we're going to discuss a few self-employment tips that I have learned throughout my transactions, throughout my time as a realtor, because if you didn't know, I was in the military before. So all this business talk and walk is new to me. I've been doing this for 2.5 years now, so I have a little tricks up my sleeve if you are starting your own business or if you're already in it, and some things that you may want to refresh on. I'm not a licensed CPA or tax consultant. I'm just sharing my experience with you guys, and hopefully it can be helpful, right? Okay guys, so tip number 1 is have a set checking and savings account for your business. It doesn't necessarily have to be a business account. Repeat, it does not have to be a business account initially, because for a business account, you need an EIN number, you need a whole LLC, the whole 9. Like for myself, when I first started back in 2020, I didn't have an LLC, I didn't have an EIN number. So all I did was I just had a separate account. I believe it was like Navy Federal. And whenever I get paid commission, I'll get it deposited to that checking account. And then every time I got paid, I will take a percentage out of that and put it into my savings account, right? Your tax consultant is gonna look at your numbers and advise you on different things. I first started doing 30% towards my taxes, and then secondarily now I do 20% because I had my CPA look at my numbers and then advise me on how much I should put aside. So just keep that in mind. You don't have to have a legit business account to, be kind of clear and organized with your numbers. It's just very important, if you don't know anything, is to at least have a separate account, because you don't want to commingle your funds, meaning you don't want to mix your personal and business funds together. That's no bueno, especially when you're doing your taxes either quarterly or for the year, and your CPA is like, hey, I'm sold, why do you have, Walmart and then you have a realtor on your account, right? Because I did that one time, and you know what it caused me? I'm gonna save you the grief. It caused me to look at the bank statement and literally highlight as I was going every month when I sent it to my CPA. That was a disaster. I don't advise that. So I'm just letting you know right now, make sure you have just a checking and a savings account. It'll make life 1,000 times easier, because your CPA or whomever is able to see a clear, concise payment or bill towards your business, and it's separate from your personal. Just keep that in mind. It's very important. Okay, the second tip that I have for you is hire a CPA. Hire a tax consultant. Is not a lot of money. I believe I pay about $200 to $230 a month, because I've had him now do my bookkeeping. So when I didn't have him do my bookkeeping, it was about $100-150, maybe. It wasn't even that much. That he was able to kind of look at my numbers and have me set up for my quarterly tax, right, that I had to pay. I had in 2020, like I said earlier, I had no idea what I was doing, and I did not have a CPA, so I did not pay my quarterly, I did not pay my semi-annually. Luckily, I didn't do it in an enormous amount of deals that year. So and I was also in the Army, so it worked out. By the end of the year, I didn't have to pay, I think I paid like $3,000 or even less than that, but it worked out, because the second year, it was not $3,000. So I highly encourage you guys, hire a CPA, hire a tax consultant, someone that can advise you on, hey, should we be having you pay quarterly, semi-annually taxes, or should we just stick to the 1 year, just like everyone else? And because you're not making enough, or whatever your business looks like, they're able to kind of set that up. Not everybody business look the same, so that's why I advise you to look for someone that knows their numbers, knows the rules of the IRS, to make sure that you're on the straight line and not have to pay money back or an enormous amount by the end of the year. Hire somebody. Don't be cheap. If you don't want to pay anybody, or if you feel like you're so young in the industry, whatever industry that you're in, that you don't have the funds, it's okay. I used to use TurboTax. They have another section on TurboTax where you can kind of do your own bookkeeping, and honestly, I don't even think you pay anything, or you pay maybe $20, $25 a month. Is not crazy. So that's gonna be an alternative for you. If you're not ready to hire a CPA, but you do need to do bookkeeping, that could be an alternative for yourself. And if you didn't know, TurboTax, you can also do your taxes on there, which is pretty cool. I used to do them for a few years by myself, even when I was a staff sergeant in the Army, and it was legit. So if you didn't know, now you know. TurboTax is your friend. Okay, I want you guys to be very honest with your accounts. Be very clear, right? What's a business expense and what's a personal expense? Like I mentioned before, you don't want to commingle your funds. You don't want to mix your personal and business fund together. So when you're going out to Walmart, let's say, and like for me, for instance, if I buy a closing gift, I'm gonna use my business account card. That's what I'm buying it with, right? Because my CPA already knows, hey, if she's using this account, that means that this wasn't a business expense, because I made it clear from the beginning, and I don't commingle my funds. Try not to do that. Even if, like, I know it's hard in the beginning of any industry, right? Any self-employment. You know, what you make in the beginning is like, man, I need this money, right? Like I need my money. Like I haven't got paid or whatever. So this is what my advice to you will be. Have your funds deposited into your account, the business account, right? The checking, the account that you're using for your business, right? And then pay yourself out of that into your checking account, your personal checking account. So every first or the 15th, or the same first and 15th, or once a month, pay yourself out of that account to your personal account, so then you can make your business expenses out of that, your personal expenses out of your personal account, and you're not mixing the funds, right? So your CPA sees you depositing a check into your business account. He's like, okay, great. He deposited the money. He put his 20 or 30% to the savings account, which is your tax money. You're just saving, baby. Even if you see a lot of money there, don't touch it, because that's for you to pay your taxes to your IRS. Because Uncle Sam, they don't play no games. And then you just pay yourself out of that every month or every first 15, whatever you like. Like I said, talk to your CPA, and then pay your personal expenses out of that. So just keep that in mind. Be very clear. You don't want to mix your funds. Very, very important. Okay, another great tip is to identify if you need to pay quarterly taxes, if you need to pay semi-annually taxes, if you have to pay yearly taxes. That's very important, right? Especially as a self-employed. You don't know what you don't know, and I understand, but Uncle Sam is not going to understand that. So you need to talk to CPA and identify, because like year one, I didn't do that. Like I said, luckily I was in the Army. Luckily, like I didn't have a lot of deals that year, but come the second year, I had to pay quarterly taxes, and I had absolutely no idea what I was talking about, what I was doing. So I had to hire someone that was professional in their field to help me do what I did. However, honestly, like if you just maybe want to have some advice from a CPA, but you feel like you can kind of handle it yourself, I'm sure they could coach you. Mine coaches me still. He doesn't fish for me. He teaches me how to fish, despite the fact that I am paying him, and he is working, but he still has me so I can learn how to pay it on the IRS webpage and whatever. So it's something important for you to understand and know and expect, right? Because that's a savings account, that tax account that you're saving for. That's what you're taking that money out of to pay for those quarterly, pay for those semi-annually, whatever the case is. You gotta be smart. You have to do the due diligence. You have to be the pioneer of your industry and your career. This is yours to own. So you have to take ownership. And don't forget, right? Building wealth is through real estate. One of the pillars of building wealth is through real estate. So if you want to make that big purchase, hopefully next year, and change your life and change the generation of your family, make sure you talk to your CPA and discuss what that looks like, especially with your taxes. Guys, thank you again. Thank you so much. I hope this was valuable to you. Please share and subscribe to your friends and family. Have a great Halloween, and don't forget to share my content with the world. Thank you so much, and have a great day. Bye.